The great forward and hockey idol celebrated his 10-year anniversary as an NHL player in January 2023. While it may have taken a few years for him to win over NHL officiating teams, Brendan Gallagher has earned his fan-favorite status. The Montreal Canadiens is proud to have a great athlete on its team, an idol of world hockey with Brendan Gallagher, and if you don't want to miss any news, and want to know everything firsthand, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news information. Montreal player Brendan Gallagher almost immediately after making his NHL debut on January 22, 2013. Playing his body with abandon while almost permanently implanting himself in opposing blue ink over the last decade has helped cement his reputation as a leader brave and heart and soul in the lineup, and someone who has never taken an innings, let alone a game off. Much has changed since Gallagher took his first steps in the Canadiens jersey exactly 10 years ago, but over 600 games later, the feeling remains the same every time he gets the chance to don that iconic sweater. I think in some ways I'm still the 20-year-old kid who's smiling all the time and happy to be here. But at the same time I think I've really grown up, said Gallagher, who was selected in the 5th round, 147th general, for Montreal in 2010. It's not that I didn't know it before, but I've really come to understand what it's like to be a Montreal Canadien and how much that means to so many people. And being a part of that, you understand how special you are as a player. Gallagher's passion and work ethic have been his calling cards since he arrived at the team's training camp after the 2012-13 NHL lockout, injecting equal parts grit and youthful enthusiasm into a veteran lineup from the start. I was lucky that Berg, then general manager Marc Bergevin and Michel Therrien wanted to give me a chance. I didn't make the lineup in the first game, he recalled. In training the next day, there was an exercise that I did well. I remember it was a battle exercise and the guys were cheering, making me feel good. And the next night I was in the lineup. I remember one time I enjoyed the sun a little too much in Florida. Michel Therrien called me before the game and I got a sunburn. I thought it would be a fun meeting, shared Gallagher. It wasn't a joke. I had a sunburn on my face and he said, "Did you prepare? Did you prepare?" And the answer was obviously, no. It sounds silly, but it's part of it. Continued Gallagher, who finished his inaugural season as a finalist for the Calder Memorial Trophy, awarded to the NHL's top rookie. When you're young, you learn little things like that, like if you spend the day in the sun, you're not going to have the energy that you normally have. I learned a lot from him. There were no gray areas. He understood what motivated you, and every now and then you had to hear it from him. And then Montreal Canadiens fans, what do you have to say about Brendan Gallagher? Leave your comment because your opinion is very important for the Montreal Canadiens and for Brendan Gallagher. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because at any moment we will bring you new news from the Montreal Canadiens.